Friday, March 11th, and I'm buying some DOCU 75 puts at 365. And this is a stock that gapped down big today. If you look at the daily chart, you can see we had the big gap down, I think negative earnings. We had the initial push down after that gap, and now we've just rallied up here a little bit to the halfway point to that first move. So I'm buying puts in here. If you look at this blue line, this is a kind of a big picture look at where, the weekly chart now, the lows that it hit. And if you go back on the weekly chart, since we've taken out, I'll show you, I'll zoom in a second on another chart I pulled up. This is the weekly chart here that's, obviously continuing much lower. The question is, where's the target? Well, it's back in here. Let me move this slider a little bit on this box. Whoops. Now, let me zoom it in a little better. Okay, so if we look here, we've taken out this weekly low. That's where, today's weekly low is. And now we're heading down to these targets right here. This should be what should be taken out. There should be stops down here below 64.88. This low is 65, 61. So let's call it just the 65 area with the stock at 75. So there's still 10 points to go in terms of the next target. And if we even look at the monthly chart, this is the type of thing where we've kind of had a pivot machine gun taking out all these stops. So now the next target's like 10 points lower down here. After it had one big gap down, I remember a couple of months ago, and now this is the next big gap down. So there's still a little further to go on the downside. And I kind of like the price action here where, you kind of waited a little bit. We've got that push up here a little bit after the initial gap, just a little, bargain hunting type of thing going on, but this target's much lower, 10 points lower. So we'll see if we get the rollover here by the end of the day and kind of take out these intraday lows, and then we'll see how much lower we go today, but certainly the targets are much lower in the bigger picture.